Hey, what's up, Facebook? I am live. Every time I try and throw music on when I start these streams, Facebook freaks the heck out, so forget it. Don't need any music. Welcome to today's message. My live stream, your warning message. It's coming. Get ready. Hope everybody's doing okay. I'm going to hang out while a few people join in on this thing. Vente Americano. Sometimes you just need it straight. It's good stuff. I should probably post something about me being live right now. Wow. How's everybody doing? What's up? What's up? I'm going to hang out for a second while a few more people show up. This is going to be an important message, so please feel free. For those of you that are tuning in right now, share this sucker. I want as many people to understand the warning message that I'm about to give. And I'm going to be talking about how I learned this lesson, where I found it, mistakes I've made along the way. Mistakes can either be a stopping point or they can be a springboard. So this warning message that you can deliver, that you can take with you into your world, will be able to be used by you as a springboard. So let's pull up the Facebook. Thanks, Nicole. Appreciate you being here. Thank you, Allison. Appreciate you being here. So yeah, definitely share this message. Yuri, what's up, man? Share this thing. I'm going to be dropping some very important information for people. Big fat warning message coming. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. How's everybody doing tonight? For those of you on the East Coast, it's almost 9 o'clock at night. For those of you here on the West, we're pushing on the 6 o'clock hour. So I'm going to get into this thing. What do you guys know about the OK Plateau? Hey, thanks for the offer, Jason. I've been with Grant since March of 2011. I love absolutely positively everything I do. I get paid to help people. It's an amazing opportunity. It's an amazing gig. I appreciate the offer. Can't imagine doing anything else right now. The OK Plateau. Plateau. What's up, Andy Carr? That's right. The OK Plateau. This is what I'm going to be talking about tonight. Now, I don't know if you know what this is or not. Let me tell you what it is, though. Good to see you, buddy. I read this book recently. Every book I read, right, and this is advice right out of Grant's playbook. Every book you read, you should be like, man, I'm looking for $1 million in this book. So I read this book recently. Self-imposed plateau. That's right, Dale. So I read this book recently. I wonder if I can grab it. It's called Moonwalking with Einstein. The guy that wrote is a guy named Josh Foer. He's got an awesome TED Talk over on TED Talk. Obviously, where else would it be? Go watch it. It's about 12, 15 minutes long. But the book, Moonwalking with Einstein, is about memory and about memory competition. It's a thing. I didn't even realize that. But there's a section in there on training. So knowing what we do for a living, knowing that we're in the training business, specifically sales and marketing training, I took notice of that chapter. I dug into it big. And the chapter is called the OK Plateau. So let me tell you what that is. I think the best way to describe it is an analogy I came up with. Yeah, Mar knows about the memory palace. Right on, man. So Mar, I'm talking about the OK Plateau, and I'm going to give the way it resonated with me. So if you think about when you were a little kid, and you first started learning to tie your shoes. How old were you when you first started learning how to tie your shoes? 5, 6, maybe even a little younger, 3, 4, something like that. But when you first started to tie your shoes, you sucked at it, right? There was no skill at all. You had no idea what you were doing, and you're young, and so you're still learning how to use your hands and your fingers, and you start. Yeah, right, Jason, you were 6, right? So you stumble, you can't do it. It's like, and then your mom and your dad, they start giving you some basic instructions, right? Like, hey, the rabbit goes through the hole and this whole deal, right? You start practicing and learning, and there's like a song that goes with it or whatever that may be. And eventually you can tie your shoes on your own. But here's the deal. You start thinking, you're still thinking it through, right? You're still really going through the steps in your mind, you're thinking through. You don't have what they call unconscious competence, meaning you can do it without thinking about it. But you start to do it on your own, right? And then you start getting a little rebellious. Like, no, Mom, back off. I got this. I don't need you right now. I got it. I'm all good. Watch this. Watch me tie my own shoes, right? You start becoming autonomous with it, right? Then you get to this place to where you can do it on your own, and it doesn't require a ton of thought. And you know what happens? So for those of you that are in a profession that is skill-based, selling, right? The martial arts, any skill-based profession. Here's the warning. When you got to a place of being able to effectively tie your shoes. What's up, Chevy? When you got to a place of being able to effectively tie your shoes, you stopped trying to get better because you had just enough skill to get the job done. This is the most dangerous place for a professional to be. So think about this from a professional standpoint, whether this is professional athlete, professional salesperson, martial artist, anything that is a skill-based, a surgeon. When you get to this place of just enough is okay, just enough to get by, what happens when the fit hits the shan? What happens, like if you're just okay, you're just getting by? What is that? What kind of life is that, right? So like if you're a salesperson, like, man, I do, I sell X amount of units, I make just enough money. Hey, Monica, make just enough money. I'm all right. I get my bills paid. I make my nut. I got some extra money set aside to do something nice every once in a while. Maybe I'll put some in savings. I don't know, but I'm getting by. That's right. Just like Jason just said, that is no life. No life at all. Number one, if there's an emergency, I mean any emergency, pet gets sick, car accident, family member, right? You're screwed. You're jacked. Comfort zone. Yeah, comfort zone. You cannot, nothing good will happen to you inside your comfort zone. So if once you recognize that this OK plateau where we're just okay, where we've got just enough to get by, once you recognize that you're in there or that you may be in there, or maybe you're not, you're like, nope, that is not for me, not going to do it. But you still have some lack of awareness or lack of knowledge as to what do I need to do to make sure that I'm not there. Okay. What's up, Chris? What do I need to do to make sure that I'm not there, that I don't slip into the OK plateau, and that I can never, ever wind up in the OK plateau? Well, when we start talking about success, and Grant has said this over and over again, success, it's a skill as well, and it's no different than any other skill. If you just duplicate what other people have done, you don't have to reinvent this wheel, right? You just do what other people have done to be successful. So when you take a look at some people, Jason's making money when he was paralyzed. Dude, I want to hear that story. That sounds awesome. Jason, send me a message because I want to start interviewing people that have reached high levels of success. I'd love to talk to you about that and get that in front of other people and share that message with others about how even though you were in a paralyzed state, you were able to push through and still create. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. It's admirable. Where was I? Okay, so what do these successful people do to not downshift and slip into this OK plateau? So in the book, Moonwalking with Einstein, Joshua 4 gives us 3 key things. And once again, this tied into what I do for a living in sales training. It was amazing for this. I'm talking about it with my clients now. So I just wanted to share it with you guys as well. So there's 3 things. The first, I'm going to put these in the notes. The first, okay, focus on technique, okay? So whatever it is that you do for a living, if you're a sales professional, if you're a martial artist, like my buddy Chris McClure, he's a martial artist, but he's also doing stop motion camera work, which is awesome. But there are specific techniques, specific behaviors, activities, drills. If you play basketball, I'm going to drop some Michael Jordan references in a minute, so just get ready for that. So whatever it is that you do, there is a technique behind it. So for example, In Grant's office, right, at the main office in Miami, Florida, every single day we're doing 6 segments inside Cardone On Demand or Cardone University, and then we do some role play or some practice. When I'm here at home by myself and I don't have anybody to role play with, I got flashcards, I got Cardone University, our quick fix solutions, but I practice. I'll get in front of a mirror sometimes, maybe I'll shoot some video myself, right? But you focus on your technique. Over and over and over and over and over and over again. You're never done, okay? And so the difference between a guy like Michael Jordan and a dude shooting hoop down at Venice Beach is that Jordan was constantly looking to get better, constantly looking to improve, consistently focused on his technique, whereas the dudes down at Venice Beach, they're just shooting hoop for fun. And they don't take it very seriously because they have just enough skill to be competitive at Venice Beach, right? So that's the first one. Focus on your technique. What is your technique? Work on it every single day. So that's the first step to not getting stuck in the OK Plateau, okay? Step number 2, this is important. This is where I'm going to talk about my mistake. Step number 2 is you've got to be goal orientated. So think about where you're at right now. Think about where you'd like to be in the next 6, 12, or 18 months. What are you chasing? What are you after? Do you have something? Because if you don't, you're going to get stuck in this OK Plateau because you're like, man, I got enough to get by. I'm good. If you don't have some massive goals, big goals, okay? So here's where I made my mistake. In 2007, I write my goals and my dreams down every single day. In 2007, I made a commitment to live on the Central Coast of California at some point in my life. I didn't set a hard target date. That was a mistake. Working for Grant, when Grant moved to Miami, based on my family constraints here, I wasn't able to make the move. But it gave me some flexibility. I was not stuck in LA anymore, right? So it gave me the opportunity to start looking around, okay? Lo and behold, after several years of writing this down every day, I live on the Central Coast of California, it became a reality. Now, I live on the Central Coast of California. I hit the goal. I had the goal, set it, went after it, hit it, became a reality because I kept it in front, right? Out of sight, out of mind. You got to keep it in front. So here's where I screwed up, though. I didn't set a new target. Hard target date, needed that. That's right. You got to have it when it's going to happen by, right? The universe will give you what you need to make it real. You're making this real, but you have to put it out there and you got to put some constraints on it so that you continually push towards what you want to have happen, right? So I didn't set a new target. I didn't even know what to do. I'm like, man, I got it. I'm here. Now what? I didn't have a bigger target. And you know what? It affected my production. It hindered me because I literally did not know what to do. I didn't even have, at the time, I was like, holy shit, I couldn't even believe it was real. I still can't sometimes. I walk outside and I look out my window and I'm like, is this real? It's unbelievable. I'm so blessed. But that doesn't mean you stop. It doesn't mean you can't just be okay. So I got a new goal, okay? I need to be on the water. I need a big fat house. I need 3 to 4 bedrooms minimum, 2 baths minimum, okay? And I'm hosting Thanksgiving dinner for my entire family 1 year. And as I refine this goal, I'm going to set a target date. So maybe 2020 is going to be Thanksgiving dinner at Dave's place for the whole family. And I want to have enough money to where I can fly people in if I need to, right? And if we run out of room in a house, I can put them in a hotel. They don't have to worry about it. They don't have to bring food because I'm catering that sucker, right? We're going to be able to get together as a family, play some football on the beach, watch some TV, have a big fat meal, pass out in front of the TV, do Thanksgiving on the beach at my place, okay? When I think about that, I get jacked. And then therefore, because of that, I am now motivated. Bring the turkey, stuff it with money. Make sure that's some clean, laundered money, okay? Because a lot of germs on that money. But yeah, man, like that to me pushes me now. I got to focus on my technique because now I know what the goal is and the target is, then I can literally put a roadmap together to get there. So you have to be constantly goal orientated. When, how do you get past this dream is too big? How do you get past this dream is too big, doubt in your mind? Well, you got to sell yourself, man. You know, in our world, the number one rule of selling is always, always, always agree. So if you can agree with yourself, you can take some power out of the little voice in your head that's trying to talk you out of it. So yeah, a little voice in my head, I recognize it's too big. I'm with you. Let's do it anyway. Because when you can push past whatever block is popping up, that says that's not even you talking, right? Because the you that's you, Chris McClure, the you that's in you, you're an unlimited, you're a spiritual creature having a temporary human experience. And you are connected to the exact same amount of energy that makes the waves in the ocean, that gets the planets orbiting the sun, that gets the sun to burn, okay? So nothing is too big for that level of energy, and that same energy is within you. Okay, so the voice that's talking to you, that's your mom, that's your dad, that's your uncle, that's your aunt who said you'll never make it in that business. Don't even try. Have a backup plan, right? All that bullshit. So that's not even you talking. So just recognize that's something else. Because when you were 7 years old and you wanted to play shortstop for the Mets or whatever your 7-year-old goal was, you know, you wanted to be an astronaut and play shortstop for the Mets because everything was possible back then. People talked you out of that shit, okay? Doesn't mean it's not real. Michael Jordan played baseball and basketball. Okay? So nothing is impossible up here and in here. If just up here is rolling and trying to keep you safe and protected, kick that voice in the ass and let's go make it happen. That's right, Randall. Exactly, man. So that's where that is. So let's go and let's hop into number 3 real fast here, and this will be the final thing. Also very important, constant feedback. All right, so constant feedback is the third thing. So number 1, just to review, focus on your technique. Number 2 is to be goal oriented. And then the third thing is to have constant feedback. And what that means is everything you do, you got to get feedback on it. Hey, what worked? What didn't work? What am I doing better next time? So if you're in sales, when you meet with a client, when you're done, what worked, what didn't work, what am I doing better next time, right? You know, martial arts, especially boxing, UFC, because I'm a huge fan of those things. Man, after the fight, what do? They watch the film. If they won, they're like, okay, how did I do that so I can duplicate that, right? What is the successful action of the exchange? And even if you don't win, even if you don't close a customer, even if you don't get to your next level where you're trying to go, you don't meet that target that you were after, when you debrief it, good stuff still happened. So I was talking to a new client of mine today, and I was like, hey, look, you're either winning or you're learning. There are no losers in your group. They hired you because you're a winner, and we're going to give you the tool you need to continue to be that winner, right? So, but there's no losing. It's winning or learning. Right? So that keeps you in a constant state of gaining knowledge, of improving, of moving towards something bigger and better, and never being satisfied. Be very proud of what you do, but never satisfied. If that makes sense, right? So you want to be looking for constant feedback, and that could be talking to other people. That could be getting input from others. Be careful with who you get your input from others, though, right? That when you get the input, man, that better be somebody who's on your freaking side. Not your aunt who's trying to hold you down, okay? You know who those people are. Do not listen to them, right? So if that means you have to get constant feedback just from you, what's up, Aggie? Then do that, all right? But I'm glad that you popped in there, Agatha. Good timing. So get into a group of people, find like-minded folks that can support the crap out of you, that will push you to become better than you are, right? That's who you need in your life. And if you find these people that aren't willing to give you positive, maybe I should even just change that word, right? Positive constant feedback, chuck them, man. Get them out, right? Maybe you can't. If you can't, turn them off, man. Put the earmuffs on, maybe the blinders. Don't pay attention to that stuff, right? Stay away from the news, shit like that. That's not the feedback we're talking about. We're talking about, hey, what worked, what didn't work, what can I do better next time? So those are the three things, right? So what's really cool about where we're going with this, because obviously there's going to be a call to action here, right? That would be silly if I came out here, talked to you guys for as long as I did, and then did not drop a call to action. Okay, so right now, as you know, if you didn't go in 2017, the 10X Growth Con is coming again, March of 2018. We're working on a venue. We're doing all of that stuff to get prepared to make it even better than it was before, right? Because we got constant feedback on that, right? So Grant just ran a special. And if you want to have a tool with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week that you can use to focus on your technique, to maintain your goals and to stay goal oriented and motivated and moving towards something bigger and better than where you're at right now, and to have a place to go to get your constant and immediate feedback, Cardone University is an ideal vehicle if you're in the sales profession. Right now, Grant is doing Cardone U plus 2 tickets to the 10X Growth Con for $5,000. Okay. Now, the special that I want to throw in there with that is if you decide to hook up on that and take advantage of it, shoot an email out to me, david@grantcardone.com. I will help you get started. You can also call me 310-777-0352. That's my direct number. In fact, I'll put that up in here too. This is like a telethon. Call now. I got to get that little thing to blink down there, right? So, but yeah, call me at this number, okay? Or shoot me an email, david@grantcardone.com. So not only will I get you signed up, not only will I get you started on the university and help you get your 2 general admission tickets to the 10X Growth Con for 2018, but what I'm going to do to add wood to that fire, to add to that, I'm going to do a free coach call with you to make sure I set you get set up right on Cardone University, to make sure that you literally have the mindset to really pop into this thing and use it correctly. And if you've got a sales team, I'll put together a training program that you can use with your sales team. We have a corporate account that will get everybody on your sales team using Cardone University to not be average, to literally not to be focusing on their technique every day. Every single one of your employees, goal oriented. What would that be worth if every single one of your employees was chasing a big, fat, juicy goal? What would that be worth? And what would it be worth to get every single one of them constant, immediate feedback? Yeah, but they're old dogs. They'll never learn new tricks. Yeah, you know, they're stuck in their ways. No, they're not. No, they're not. We have ways to get them out. We got ways to elevate them. And let's just say only half your salespeople picked up 15, 30%. What would that be worth, right? So Jason says millions. He gets it. So don't forget, Jason, send me a message because I would love to interview you, hear about your paralysis story and what you did about it and how you stayed positive and worked your way through it. And we can share that message with other people. I think that'd be awesome. So, hey, if you want to take me up on this, free coaching session with me, plus we're going to get you a weekly coaching session in the Cardone University Mastermind group that happens every Wednesday at 2. That's included in the program, 12 months of access to Cardone University, and 2 free tickets to the 10X Growth Con general admission seating. Can't screw that up. $5,000, no money. No money at all. So if I can help with that, give me a call, 310-777-0352. Shoot an email at david@grantcardone.com. Have an awesome night. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Appreciate all the comments, the back and forth, and the engagement. So be great, you guys, because nothing else pays. We'll see you soon.